Welcome to an Exile. America's favorite mayor, Lori Lightfoot, just lost her re-election campaign, and we're in mourning.
You know, midway through her administration, Mayor Lori Lightfoot told me if people don't feel safe, literally nothing else matters. And I think this, in part, was the embodiment of that.
People in Chicago, it is the least safe place to feel anything. So that's why she lost. Here's her Twitter feed. Lori Lightfoot says, "Serving as your mayor has been the honor of a lifetime. And I'm so grateful to all of you who have stood beside me these last 4 years. We've made significant progress building a safer, more equitable city. Thank each and every one of you for believing in me." And I think the election says it all. So she's going to move on to hopefully greener pastures. We hope you'll check in with us some more, Lori Lightfoot. But that legacy is over. Moving on.
She was the city's first black woman to be mayor. She was the city's first openly gay mayor.
By the way, those are not qualifications. That does not tell me anything about how effective or well you govern. And the voters basically said that. They want some merit in Chicago, and that's good.
And now she is set to be the first full-term incumbent mayor in Chicago history to lose re-election in at least the last 40 years.
You know, it's pretty bad in Chicago when even the crime syndicate doesn't support you. So we're going to move on to other crime people involved in unions. It's going to be a battle between the police unions and the teachers unions.
Is there an early favorite to take for Lightfoot not heading to this runoff? The runoff is in April. Is it Paul Vallis or who is it?
I'm guessing it will be Paul Vallis, but...
Well, at this point, it's essentially a battle between the police union and the teachers union. Paul Vallis, a former head of schools in Chicago and Philadelphia, is backed by the police union, really ran on a tough public safety campaign. And Brandon Johnson, a Cook County commissioner, former teacher, he's backed by the teachers union. Take a listen to them both.
We will make Chicago the safest city in America.
Months ago, they said they didn't know who I was. Well, if you didn't know, now you know.
This is why I believe Vallis will win, because he's running on safety and Chicago's in crisis. So they have to turn that around first. And I think voters in the end are going to vote their self-interest and go along with the police union pick of Paul Vallis.
And the lead up to this April 4th runoff election, and that happened because no candidate this time, as expected, got 50% of the vote. And so now April 4th is when we decide on the new mayor of Chicago.
What's interesting, it looks like the conservative side of the Democratic Party and the progressive side kind of squeezed out Lori Lightfoot right there in the middle.
I think Lemon is wrong here, because I don't see how Lori Lightfoot is the middle. He's saying she's centrist. No. She is extremely liberal, and even the liberals rejected her.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder if the matchup for Lightfoot would have been more favorable if it was her against Vallis in the runoff.
It wouldn't be more favorable if it was her against a brick wall. Good news is Chicago's moving on. Bad news is they're getting just thrown right into the hands of unions. So let's hope the police union works out well for them. I'm Doug in Exile.